Last time on Realm of the Gods, Ocean 69. We find Lasius meeting once again with the Cobbler after teleporting with the Cobbler's key. He creates a new shoe improved from his last. Lasius is then transported back to the gang's underwater HQ, as a briefing is done by Ognir, god of raccoons. The premise is simple. Infiltrate the Pharaoh's Trove Casino, and liberate the main ingredient for Colonel Pander's world-famous nuggies, succulent, delicious, irresistible, scrum-diddly-umptious red pandas. One team is planned for extraction while the other team causes as much chaos as humanly possible. Ringo, the god of red pandas, and Lasius take point for extraction of the mouth-watering red pandas, while Nolene and Briathar will be there to raise a ruckus. The team then begins to prepare their attire. Nolene, knowing that her bitter rival Aileen will be present, wanted her outfit to pop. She calls on Lasius to make her an outfit, but Lasius was reluctant. After offering shoes, he takes a stab at creating a fancy dress. He succeeds by adding detailed shoes embroidered subtly into the design. Sukal helps by contributing a tiara. Ringo dons a fancy tuxedo and hat, while Briathar wears the same tragic baby blue suit used in his date with the Orb of Breaking. The gang then departs with Horus and Ognir in Briathar's airship. Arriving at the casino, Briathar smacks Lasius upside the head after he remarks that the aroma of red panda nuggets smells delicious. Immediately upon entering, they notice Colonel Panders appear before the crowd and begin to welcome people to the product reveal. Briathar summoned a tentacle to smack him, and he immediately leaps 50 feet in the air in fearful surprise. Ringo and Lasius sneak off through a door labeled Employees Only, as Nolene and Briathar prepare to reap general chaos on the casino floor. Nolene bumps into her nemesis Aileen, who is surprised that she is there. They make comments toward each other's outfits, and Nolene calls Aileen's outfit subtle. Nolene snatches a drink from a passing waiter and downs it, only realizing it's Quetzalcoatl venom, a drink that if you have too many of, you become under the influence of the Quetzalcoatl. Aileen makes a comment about how she's surprised that Nolene can even afford to gamble here, and purposely accidentally drops a wad of hundreds onto the floor. Briathar kicks the cash into the crowd of people who begin fighting each other for it. This begins what will certainly be a series of very subtle and unescalating disruptions. Ringo and Lasius work their way through the storage rooms of the casino, and discover hundreds of metal cages housing countless helpless, cute, succulent red pandas in cages. They quickly and covertly take out a guard, and gain the keys to the cage. Lasius smashes a few cages up with his shoe scepter before realizing it's probably too loud. Back on the casino floor, it's discovered that another Briathar has been dating Aileen. The gang's Briathar initially walks up to him and casually talks to him about his airship. While this is happening, Nolene, downing another Quetzalcoatl venom and properly drunk as a skunk, decides now is the right time to flex her empowered luck by playing a slot machine after seeing Aileen begin to play one. The two won jackpot after jackpot and begin to gather a small crowd. Nolene won a jackpot on a machine that has a big gorilla shouting, "Big winner, big winner, big winner." Briathar, sensing something off with his nemesis and needing to cause more chaos, throws Briathar through Aileen's slot machine and stabs him with the slot machine's arm. As security closes in, Briathar challenges Briathar to a pistol duel aboard the airship. He agrees, and the Briathars Nolene and Aileen are transported to the airship. The two donned pistols and took 10 paces, turned, and fired. The gang's Briathar scored a hit while Aileen's Briathar's bullet misses but strikes a crucial component of the airship, which immediately bursts into flames which rapidly spread. The gang's Briathar then Sparta kicked his doppelganger off the airship as it went down in flames. An explosion then consumed Briathar. The captain went down with his ship. Ringo and Lasius completed freeing all the red pandas from the storage room, and the two run off to see if they can find the location of where the delivery of the new watermelon soda is located. With Ognir's guidance, the two locate a parking garage with a delivery truck that had just arrived being offloaded by 6 watermelon slices. Lasius created 3 shoe golems and merged them into one single large shoe golem and sent it to ram the truck. As he takes the guards by surprise, the golem throws the truck on its side. It crushed one of the slices while another keg was knocked loose, wounding another. Lasius flanks in the shadows and uses his scepter to smash another slice's watermelon right off the brine. Ringo taunts another pair of slices and leads them on a chase. Ringo then calls upon his people to aid him as a horde of red pandas devours the watermelon slices. Lasius chain kicks another slice to his untimely death by a horde of red pandas as combat came to an end. Briathar woke up in a new body, the same one he had kicked off the ship to apparent safety. Aileen, smug, thinking that her Briathar had won, walks over to him but then discovers that this Briathar has a buff Damus arm. While she's recoiling in shock, Briathar yeets her away with the Briathar's will ability. The two re-enter the casino, leaving behind the wreckage of the badass airship. As they enter, the main event is about to begin in the high roller section of the casino. Most people are fleeing due to the commotion, and Bryathar begins collecting cash off the ground. He and Nolene wander into a janitor closet and combine multiple chemicals, and the potent quetzalcoatl venom into an explosive device. They then try to hurl it off the second story into the middle of the room, when Horace, finally catching up to the gang, flies from the ground floor. He has only moments to greet them before he is engulfed in an explosion. He survives it fine but is absolutely pissed. They then notice that there is a large deep fryer by the poker table that is to be used in the main event. That could potentially be flooded. Bryathar makes his way to the bathroom to cause more chaos and wants to clog the drains with a pair of shoes. He entered the stall and attempted to pull the shoes off of the person in the stall next to him, but instead snags a horseshoe. Confused only momentarily, a Minotaur angrily smashes through the stalls, narrowly missing Bryathar. After leaving the bathroom, Bryathar smacked a maintenance helper monkey with the horseshoe, and he dropped his keys, which immediately get kicked by a cocktail waitress to Nolene's feet. The two then use the key to enter the main event high roller area. The game of the evening consisted of 3 rounds of Texas Hold'em, where 3 players on each team played their hands, and the team that had the collective better hands wins. Colonel Panders was joined with the ever-lucky Aileen, and in a twist of betrayal Enelon. Nolene takes her seat with Ognir uneasily as they only have 2. Luckily the scheming Ognir had an ace up his sleeve, a card shark to end all card sharks. The apex predator of poker, the man, the myth, the legend, Terry, the dealer appears who turns out to be yet another Bryathar, but this one is different. He doesn't seem to have an ounce of madness about him. In fact, he is of pure order. Everyone took their places as the first hand was dealt. High above the table in the rafters, the gang's Bryathar obtained a wrench while being flown by a struggling Horace on the pipes attempts to smash them open to spray water on the giant fryer below. The first hand ends in success for Team Ognir with Enelon, still stuck in slow motion, with a losing hand. Panders then reveals his newest product soon to hit shelves, raccoon nuggets. Lasius spots what was going on with the pipes and throws Ringo to assist. The throw is short and winds up landing Ringo on Horace's back, who immediately in turn drops Bryathar. Ringo summons a red panda copy with a cute hard hat to help bust open the pipe. The second hand is played. Nolene and Terry had weak hands as Team Panders picks up a win, sending it to the final round. Panders, disturbed that most of the watermelon soda is missing, cracks open a 12-pack to promote the product. The final round is played as Nolene breaks out and uses her Pharaoh's lucky fan. Ognir and Panders have matching hands. Aileen and Terry have matching hands. Enelon has a terrible hand and Nolene, an excellent hand. The 3 have only moments to celebrate as Ringo bursts the pipe, sending water cascading down from above into the oil fryer. Ognir snags as many chips as he can and everyone flees the casino as it overflows with hot oil. Will Bryathar's airship crash be covered by insurance? Will Ringo command his people to conquer new heights? Will Nolene ever get her winnings from the poker game? Will Lacus ever find out what's in Colonel Panders' nuggets? Find out next time on Realm of the Gods, Oceans 420.